This conference will now be recorded.
At 6 o'clock, call the meeting to order. Start with the students. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think we have one change to the agenda. We're getting rid of 8C off the agenda.
Yep, we'll bring that to the park board. Councilor Nash brought that to my attention. It's absolutely right. That's what the park board. So our park board has the autonomy to handle that. So anyway, that'll go there. So we're going to
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda with the removal of 8C.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 4-0. Public comments. Individuals may address the city council with any item of concern. Speakers must state their name and limit their remarks to 5 minutes. Any public comments? I'll close the public comment portion and we will go to the consent agenda. Guess we need a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 4-0. Accounts payable. Kevin.
Just a couple things. It looks like it was the month for boiler repairs. A couple of those on here. We've got one 81941 for $8,421.12. We have a second number 81964 for $1,818.65. Otherwise, seems to be general payment here, so I'll make a motion to approve the accounts payable for a total of $50,451.64.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 4-0. Then we go to unfinished business, budget discussion. Kim.
Nothing changed, so.
Still sitting there since the last work session, council meeting. And going forward for the preliminary approval next meeting. And we'll continue to work on development work sessions after the next meeting. Changes that we made.
Nothing new. Go to new business, feasibility study for the 2026 street project. Wasn't happening. Bill.
Thank you. Acting Mayor, thank you. Thank you, Council. So in your packet is a copy of the feasibility report that the City Council had previously authorized the preparation of. Ryan, are you controlling? You want to just go to the figure there? So just a little bit of a recap. So what do we do in the feasibility report? What we're doing is we are determining the scope for a project. So anyway, we do is so what we do is we evaluate the existing conditions. So we look at the existing street. The street here range from pretty poor condition, actually okay. So we kind of have a mixture of streets. Then we look at the water main. The water main in this area is older. Some breaks, not a lot, but the main thing we have with the water is we have substandard fire flow. So the minimum size today regulation provides is for 6-inch water main. Most of the water main in this area is 4 inches, so we do not meet our standard for fire protection. Okay. The other thing we look at is the sanitary sewer. The sanitary sanitary sewer is older, hasn't been televised in a while, but it's old clay pipe. So also due for replacement. Last thing we look at is storm sewer and if we should install something. So this area really doesn't have very low storm sewer. We do have some problem drainage areas. We do have some problem subdrain areas. Subdrain typically what that means that's in the tile under the curb. So we do have a couple of areas where we have some pumps that run quite a bit. So that has been an area as well. A problem area as well. So what we're looking at, as you can see on the map there, is that we replace all the areas in gray. North is to the right on your page, so on the top of the page, that would be fifth, that little leg that Brian's pointing to. We would be replacing that leg. That pavement's not as bad, but that's how that's where we're going to run water main to be able to basically increase the capacity through this whole area. So all the gray area streets will be putting new 8-inch water main in. That will improve our fire flow. Also, I did mention we've had some taste and odor complaints on this area for water, and we attribute that mainly as been sediment or iron in water, and really that's just primarily due to little pipes. So with new pipes, that definitely would be better. Then we'll replace the sanitary sewer, so sanitary sewer, water main, and then we will install new storm sewer. It's maybe a little hard to see, but that's the purple area on there, the new storm sewer pipes. And then subdrain, as we sit today, so Jeff and Brian and our staff, we did walk this, go through the area. We're going to propose subdrain, and we'll just call roughly a third to a half of the area. But we'll refine that some more in the final design we put plans together, just to make sure anybody has a sump pump that's running a lot, it's going out on the road, we'll make sure we get some subdrain in there, so we at least have the ability to connect that, because we do have some icing problems in this area. So fairly straightforward project from what to do, meaning we're tearing everything up. So basically we're ripping out the utilities, putting new road utilities in. Also when we do this, we notify what we call the small utilities, so cable, gas, telephone. They oftentimes will replace those at the same time in conjunction with us, so we typically encourage that, but we can't require that. We encourage, if you're going to do the gas main, because it's also 50 years old, now's the time to do it. So that's what we're looking at doing. The cost, the construction cost roughly is about $2.8 million. I was remind the council, when we do cost estimating, it's what we call looking in the rear view mirror, meaning what were prices the last time we did these items. So, meaning generally speaking, we try to raise them up a little bit to forecast 2026 construction, but we won't know the real price until we open the bids. So we do our best guess of what those prices are going to be. We do put a contingency at this point as well. So what we're looking at is, so the process is you guys ask questions, and at the end tonight, our goal would be that we would have a motion approving this report, and then that would get us to our next step, which would be next meeting, we would authorize final design. And then we would target, the report here, we would target coming back to the council at our first meeting in March with plans and specifications to go to bid, and then we would award a contract at our first meeting in April. It's our goal. It's subject to change based on anything that unforeseen happens, or we get a new design, or find something, or we always have a public informational meeting in February that we find something out from residents. Usually we don't, but every now and then there might be something that comes up that change it, or some council direction could change something. That's in essence what we're trying to do. The goal will be to start construction in June of 26 and have that wrapped up. Typically we shoot for I'll call it Halloween completion end of October, first part of November. Also in the report then is preliminary list of water quantities to try to get a better idea, make sure Jeff and public works staff and our staff, we're all on the same page of what we're doing, so we try to detail out. That just helps us get better estimates and better make sure we're all on the same page. So with that, I will pause, and if there's any questions, or Brian or Jeff, if you guys have other comments.
Question I had for you was, you talked about the subgrade.
Yes.
But we're putting that in certain places. Two things. How do you find that out? Where do you want to put it versus eliminating others, and what's the cost difference of putting it all in for everyone if they ever need it?
Well, so how do we make the decision? So when we are out there, so the people that have subdrains generally have a pipe that several houses have cut into the curb, so it runs so you can physically see it. And it generally tends to be on that west side. The east side is a little higher. We don't see uneven that water running as much. So that's how we base that. The delta on that, or the cost difference, I believe was about a $80,000 swing.
Like it's cut down to 37.
Yeah, 80 more to do all of it, but I'm going off memory, so I'll look real quick. That is something that, we could, decide, or the council could direct to say, you know what, just what you said, Rob, let's not mess around, let's put it in everywhere. Because quite honestly, it's a subjective decision where to put it in. It's kind of a best guess.
The higher, so to speak, elevation from people I've talked to up there, whatever, it's kind of a mixed bag. Some people have no issue with their basement, some people, it's kind of what I've seen and the little bit of research I've done. Call it the higher elevation relative to that project itself.
I didn't know, just for each homeowner specifically to see.
I just reached out to a few people I knew, or whatever, and then I touched base with John Wilson when he started and stuff with his parents being on that higher side, going down the hill. Yeah, just a few people. And it's like I pretty much had 50-50. So then no concerns in some of them.
I understand the third was in the third of the subgrade.
Yeah, a third of the streets would have something to put in there. Yeah. And that is not a decision we need to make tonight, but if you guys have an opinion, love to hear it. But that's something we'll be defining through fall. And, the other thing is, we'll keep, looking out there, we'll keep talking to people. You may find out some homes say, oh, our something out front all the time. Or people tell us, oh, we put it into the sewer or something, well, we don't want to do that. So, by the way, that usually happens. Somebody usually tells us that on projects, something like that in the sewer.
We're discovering those right now too, with water meter project.
Yeah, yep.
So that's kind of a known wet area anyway. This is true that all of a sudden spring can pop up or anywhere.
Yeah, we kind of, it's really known what's wet, but you're right, Fred, on that west side of the backyards there, if you guys know the kids, Dan lives there, that whole back waterway is all wet. And then, down on the fifth and the cul-de-sac, it's wet in there as well, so. And kind of that pleasant loop as you go around, kind of around that west, but the east side, that's a little more dry over there, so. So basically, as we're looking at all our projects, right, okay, what can we get our best bang for?
With it looks like there's about 20 trees getting removed there. Any replacement strategies for putting anything back? I know that we've had discussions with taking things out of the boulevard, not necessarily replacing the boulevard, but this is a significant tree canopy being removed. It might be worthwhile to consider some form of replacement of it.
Yeah, we haven't had any tree discussions other than what trees are in the way from the stormwater services, but Kevin, we'll add that to our list to talk about that. Sure.
I guess the other question I had is, looking at that diagram, where Second Avenue East doesn't go all the way to 10, you stop at that one block, is that one section been redone?
There's no sewer or water in that section.
Oh, okay,
No sewer water, the road condition itself is good.
okay.
I think that's the chip seal.
The other part is we're trying to trying to hit a budget number as well while we're doing this, so we're trying to hit 2.8 number. If we were smaller than that, we're running Twisted Kids on them, and we'll hopefully raise that up a little bit, so.
Any other questions? Bill and Brian? I guess we're just looking for a motion to approve the feasibility study to move forward with the design aspect of it.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 4-0. And second item, new business B, ZM homecoming parade. Ryan?
Yeah, we received this application from Keaton, the SRO office over at the school. They did a homecoming parade last year, they want to do it again this year. We have one officer on that day, Friday, and so I'm not sure what we're available if there's no call to help close out. Otherwise, Cody knows that he's going to have to make provisions to block out those areas. Should we get a call? Tony or Matt can probably speak more than that.
Yeah, so I worked with Cody on this and we're fine with the route. And he's aware of our low staffing that day, so he is making plans with the sheriff's office to assist with a couple closures. They don't do a hard closure like you'd think of with our Bridge Fest parade. It's kind of a rolling closure to allow for safe passage of the students to get through, with the main issues being Fifth Street at Mill, West, and then Jefferson and Mill, just to make sure you don't have people coming at the parade as they're trying to turn back into the school. So he was aware of that. He says he's going to be able to get that all taken care of. So from our standpoint, we don't have any issues with their router plan.
It goes pretty quick. It's not a real long parade, so.
Make a motion to approve the parade for the homecoming.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passes 4-0. I guess that comes on the reports. Brian?
New pool, so we'll remove that number C there, go to the park board, we're looking to get demolition on the front of the Bridge Festival. Big excitement, it's happening out there. Got a poster ordered, or kind of a billboard, it's a big one, they put out there, I'll ask Jeff and the guys to put up a piece of flyer and that poster out there, so. It keeps it in people's minds, like the thermometer on there, will say about if we need more help, we need some more donations. But yeah, just to get things moving, we're not the demo the pool anymore, so let's get it going. We're really cutting it close, and getting somebody out there, but we'll open the pool up. The sanitary district, the Senate Bonding Committee, or Senate Capital Finance Committee, will be here in Lenore again on Wednesday, September 17th, right here in Council Chambers, to hear our presentation about the importance of funding the sanitary district project. We've done this 5 years now. Made presentations, and they keep coming back. They actually reached out to us this time, because they can come as a broker to come to one of the communities to hear about your new project. Absolutely, come on down. So they will be here 7:50 a.m. on September 17th. You're all welcome, but let me know if we're going to have more than 2 of you at the meeting, because they will have the person at the public meeting, which is fine. Council members won't be there to listen to it. But yeah, it's a bonding year again, so I'm here to make this applicant for our project. We can realize some dollars. We have to move forward in the process, the congressionally directed spending process, for $1 million. We haven't gotten that yet. We don't know yet, but we should know pretty soon. But $1 million that will keep us rolling. We'll just keep working with our local legislature to looking for funding, keep the project moving. That's it.
Mike, do you have anything tonight?
No, Mayor.
Just want to highlight last night's dedication. Very successful, very well attended. A lot of good people helped out and made that happen. So I'm very thankful for those that were part of that process and made it look like how it turned out. So very happy. I was told that there was Lima administrators that were also present, not just honor guard members, but people that run it. And so they were amongst the group. The Commissioner of Department of Public Safety was also present. I was advised that this is the first memorial like this in the entire state. So that was great that something like this was presented and honoring those that suffered and lost their lives to their PTSD related illness. But it's here, and you get a chance to drive through at night. It's lit up and has a lot of unique features to it that you can see at night, which is really cool. With that said, I know one of the deputies, Brandon Sell, next week on the 10th, they're doing a ride for suicide awareness. So it's a bike ride through parts of the state of Minnesota and Wisconsin. And they're going to be starting from here. This is the starting line at the memorial at 7:15 in the morning. So hopefully we'll see people there to help usher them on. And that's all I got.
Let me jump in there real quick. Chief and his staff over there did most of the work setting all that up. They went really well. Public Works had the wall looking great, everything through. Chairs, they did, yeah. So it was a whole team effort. Thanks to all of you for putting it together. And those who spoke did a nice job. So yeah, we've got a very nice memorial there. It's good and bad. We wish we didn't need it, but we do. It's there. And it gets people talking about the PTSD. So that's what it's doing. When was it, birthday?
That's next week, the 10th. I think they ride the 10th and the 11th on the trail. 3 days.
Thank you. No, anything else?
Okay, so nothing additional.
Nothing tonight. Nothing. Kim,
Nothing tonight.
Miles?
Yes, acting mayor and council. The only thing I have is that we did receive the plans for our architecture plans, Keller Bartman, for the building going in. So we're doing zoning reviews on that. It's a really long process and we're trying to focus. That's all.
The only thing I have tonight, I did have a couple of gentlemen stop in the last couple of weeks and talk to me about the small park on the south side of town by Quick Trip. Both of them were wondering if the city still wanted it, if they should be getting rid of it, moving the plaque or the signs. It was just kind of their opinion. They thought the plaque may be better down here in this park. Just thoughts that they have, and just kind of passing it along, and I wanted to bring that to the park board.
Some citizens just said something.
No, a couple citizens did. 2 different ones came and talked to me about it.
I have nothing.
Nothing tonight.
Nope. I guess we could adjourn the meeting.